Today we are reviewing area and perimeter on the coordinate plane. So that means that we not only need to remember our area formulas, we need to remember the distance formula as well. Distance formula, Perla, do not answer. Because I know you've been knowing it since September. Who can tell me the distance formula?
The square root of, wait.
Was it like
the
x
square
x
root of
x2
Nobody asked
minus
you, be
x1
quiet. Oh my god.
in parentheses squared minus
Uh-oh.
y2 minus y1
You
parentheses squared.
made one little mistake, Jalen. You made one tiny little error.
It's plus. It's plus.
Also, the answer to this question is A, 20 units.
Okay, let's find out. How did you get that, first of all?
I counted the sides and multiplied it by 4.
You counted the sides. How did you count the sides?
I mean, like, not count the sides. I counted the amount of units on the side, the length of the line.
So you counted like this, for example.
Yes.
How did you count that, though? Because they're not...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But we don't know for sure if that's 5 because it's at an angle. It's diagonal. You can't count that because it's not passing perfectly through all those squares. Do you see what I mean?
Yes, but how is it going to be? But if there's no way.
There is a way. There's the
So if
distance
it's not
formula.
A, then it would be B.
Let's find out. We got to use the distance. There's no way to do it without the distance formula. We have to use our formula. That's why it's there. That's what it's for. So, okay, give me 2 points to calculate from. Which ones do you guys want to use?
1, 4 and negative 5, 5, negative 1.
Good. Okay. Let's see. Your guess is, you might be right, Daniel. You might be right.
I am right.
Let's actually make sure. So the square root of, so the distance is, this is going to be, let's see, 5 minus 1 squared plus negative 1 minus 4 squared. 5 minus 1 squared, that's 4. Negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. Careful. Negative 5. Subtracting.
Alrighty, far.
Okay, so this is 16 plus 25. What's 16 plus 25?
Alrighty.
41.
30. Did you say 31 or 41?
41.
Good, 41. Calculators are allowed. What is the square root of 41? Square root of 41.
Okay. Square root of 41. 11.
Or is it? No, use your calculator. There's a square root button.
9 something.
I got 3.40312427.
3.
No, I'm going. I said 6.40312427.
That's enough. That's enough. Okay.
So it's B.
So it's 6.4-ish.
So it's B.
And then we got to do, how do I get the area?
Multiply by 4, so it's B.
Oh, sorry, it's the perimeter. You're right. The perimeter. 6.4 times 4.
Multiply by 4, so it's B. I was right. The easiest way to get the answer right is to pick all the answers so you don't get it wrong since you picked all of them.
Did you do that on Khan Academy?
I don't think that's how it works, Daniel.
Maybe?
Yeah, I know. I did it before.
Khan Academy was due last night, so I sure hope you did it. Any questions on this one?
She lied again.
I didn't lie. Oh, yeah, no, it's due tonight. It's because my algebra one was due yesterday, so I keep forgetting that you guys are not at the same time as algebra. All right. Questions on this one?
Mm-hmm.
No questions?
No,
okay.
It was easy.
Okay, well, now let's look at this one. A house with a rectangular...
Everyone said yes.
Oh, I hate word
never mind.
problems.
Wait, you did have a question, Tyrone. Yes, what's your question? Sorry, I didn't see the chat. Oh,
Oh, a cat's
that
gonna
is
come
not a
in.
question I can answer.
I'll get really scared.
All right, number 2. A house with a rectangular base is built on a plot of land. The southwest corner of the plot is designated with the coordinate 0, 0. The corners of the house are located at the points with coordinates 20, 20, 5, 40, 33, 61, and 48, 41, where distances are measured in feet. What is the perimeter of the base of this house? Okay. So which numbers should I be looking at? Does this number matter? 0, 0?
No, they just want to trick
Isn't that
us.
like the middle or something?
Well, that one's just telling you that if this is all the land that they own, this is at 0, 0, but then the house itself would be like in a different place.
That's a big yard.
Yeah. And then these are the coordinates of the house or whatever. Okay, so that's what that means. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that the 0, 0 is not going to be part of our calculations. Okay, well, I've got a house. I've got some coordinates. 20, 20, 5, 40, 33, 61. So that's a 33, and 48, 41. Not so easy anymore, is it, right? I can't go on and count anymore. This time you got to do all that math. We got to find, and we don't know if it's a square, a rectangle, a trapezoid, we don't know. So we have to calculate the length of all 4 sides using the distance formula. So I will assign each of you a side. There's 8 of you here, so 2 per side. Rios and Tyrone, go ahead and do this one. Let's see, Daniel and Janelle's, this one here. Dan and Jan. I'm sorry. Okay. This one over here is going to be Samaj and Emily. And then down at the bottom, my remaining people, it's Jalen and Perla who have beef with each
Please,
other.
no.
So
Miss, you know what? I'm not. You know what? I'm not resentful, like I told you the other day. So you know what? I forgive you, Jalen. I don't have beef with you anymore. You can have beef with me, but I don't have beef with you anymore. So don't meet me at the parking lot. I'm not gonna bring a broom, or I'm not gonna bring a trash can. Okay? Okay.
To be honest, I don't care.
All right,
I
let's
wasn't
go,
even gonna
let's
fight
go.
you anyway. I don't put my hands on women.
Let's go, let's
Wait,
go.
I'm not done yet.
Good, then keep going. Daniel, I want to
Okay.
see a picture of your cat at the end of class.
Okay, I don't really have a picture, but I can show.
It's a cat contest.
We'll figure out who's cuter, Cosmo or Oreo.
That's
My
his
cat
name?
shall win.
Oreo?
Yes. It's a cute, small little black and white cat.
Aw, it's still a kitten.
Miss, I was finding the slope. I'm so dumb.
Oh, look at him. Okay, yeah, he's really cute. You're right.
Wait, I
You
didn't
are
see
doing
it.
better.
Y'all weren't looking at the camera.
Wow.
Maybe he'll make a celebrity appearance later.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, how we doing? Anyone got an answer for me yet?
Almost. I just need to check my answer. Ah, turn the audio thing off. Ah, it's so loud. Ah.
All right, I'm still waiting on answers. Okay, Perla got 32.25. Jalen, does that match your answer?
Yes.
Good. Cool. Anyone else?
I finally did it good this time.
Rios, Tyrone, Emily. I know Samaj had to leave because her Wi-Fi was acting up.
I think it's 28.
28. Janelle's, what did you get? She got 35. Okay, so we got to check that one again. So you guys were the purple one. So let's check Daniel. Ready? And Janelle's. So you guys would have had 33 minus 5 squared
It's only the start.
plus 61 minus 40 squared. So we're doing this together. 33 minus 5, what's that? -5 gives me
What is that, Daniel?
25? 33 minus, or Tyrone, you're saying what you got. I'm confused. Oh, okay, so you got 25. Okay. That should be right. Okay, so anyways, back to this problem. So we got 28 squared.
Or you're like eating toes.
And then Daniel, you should be paying attention because this was your problem.
Okay.
And we're trying to figure out who got it right, who got it wrong.
Yeah.
All right, 61 minus 40 gives me 21, good. So 21 squared. All right, 28 times 28. I'm using my calculator. We got 784. 21 times 21 is 441. Add that together. What do you get? 1225. Good. 1,225. You take the square root of that and you do get 35. So Janelle's got it. Good job. And then Emily, I missed your answer. I saw it and then I got distracted. Okay, Emily got 25. And Samaj had to leave, so I believe that should be right as well. Okay, so there are our 4 distances. We added them together. We're going to get the perimeter of this house. So go ahead and now we're going to just add everything up and then we'll get our answer. What do we get?
$117.25.
Beautiful. Feet. All right. Any questions on this one? Any questions on the distance formula?
Ms. Lopez, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Will we ever do the midpoint formula again?
Not in this chapter because for this chapter, it's mostly distance. I think a little bit later on when we're talking about triangles again, we might have to, yes.
Okay.
But it's very similar, guys. If you feel okay with the distance formula, you should feel pretty good about midpoint as well. We'll just review it when it's time. Okay. Here's another, okay, this time we're finding the area. The area, what's the area of a triangle? Oops, triangle again?
1/2 times base times height.
Good, 1/2 times base times height. Okay.
I do mine's backwards.
What? Yeah, you like to do base times height divided by 2, right? It's the same thing.
Si, senora.
Same thing. Well, when you have a triangle, the first thing that you always want to do is identify which one do you want to call the base. And it doesn't really matter. So for our purposes, what do you guys think? Which one should we call base?
What's the question again?
So when you have a triangle, first thing we want to do is figure out which one do you want to call, which side is going to be the base. It doesn't matter.
The
Could be any
bottom
of
part.
them. So, okay, so if we want this to be the base, the next thing would be to figure out the height. Now the height, remember, has to form what type of angle with the base?
90 degrees.
Right.
Has to be a right angle, yeah. Hold on. Whew, okay. It has to be a right angle. Thank you. Has to be a right angle. But in this case, and I'll zoom in a little bit, would we be able to figure out what that point is, or is that going to be
That's
kind of
you.
floating?
You're mad late.
No, we don't. Well,
Speechless, eh?
So my question is, if we decided to make this the base, we decided to make that the height, is that coordinate point a nice perfect point or no?
No, we use what's that called? Midpoint? Yeah, midpoint.
Well, it's not the midpoint either, because it's not in the middle of CB either. So it's not a perfect point, which means this is not going to be a good option, actually. Because ideally, you would want that to be a perfect point. That way you can calculate the length. Because remember, to calculate the length, we need a perfect point. Does that make sense?
yes.
Okay. So let's start again. So instead of CB, which other option could I make into my base?
What about CA?
Let's look at CA. Okay. So if this is my base, where would my height be?
Come to think of it, that's a trash one. Change it.
You don't know that yet. Let's just look. What would be the height? AB. Because what
Never
type of angle do you have there already?
Well, 90 degree.
Looks like it, right? Now we can check. We can always check. But it looks like that is a.
It looks like it, but how do we know it's a 90-degree angle? We
Ooh,
have
who
to
can-
check immediately, or we won't be able to actually.
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we got to double check right away. So how do I check that? Who can remind me?
We can
Use a
check.
protractor.
No protractor. Using algebra. What can I do?
Yeah, we can find the slopes of
check.
each side and see if they're perpendicular.
Yeah, we can find the slope of CA.
And try.
Find the slope of CA, find the slope of AB, see if they're perpendicular. So starting with CA, and let's do rise over run because we might as well. What is my slope of CA?
One,
What Perla said.
1,1.
One over one. Yeah, just one.
Okay.
What about CB or AB? I mean,
1.
positive or
It looks
negative?
-1. It looks like -1.
Good. It is -1. So are they perpendicular?
It's yes.
They definitely are. So we know now that this is definitely 90 degrees since we have perpendicular slopes. Okay, now that we've established that, well, we have our base, we have our height, we need to figure out how much each of them measures. So let's do it together. Let's get a little bit more practice with the distance formula. For
10 over 10 over 10 over 10.
CA,
10 over 10 over 10.
For CA, what am I plugging in?
Yay.
4 minus 1 squared
Mm-hmm.
plus 1
Wait, 4 minus.
CA Sports.
Yeah, 4 minus 1. Because it's x2 minus x1.
Oh, I'm doing CA, not AB.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
That's okay. I was confused. So what was it? 4 minus.
No, miss, it's negative 3.
There we go. Negative 3 minus 1
Uh,
squared. And then
0 minus 4 squared.
0 minus 4 squared. Okay. Negative 3 minus 1, that's negative 4 squared. 0 minus 4, oop, also negative 4 squared. I get 16 plus 16, which is 32. Okay, so that's the distance of my blue line, square root of 32. Now the green line, distance of AB.
It's my time to shine now.
Yes, go.
4 minus 1 squared plus 1 minus 4 squared.
Good. Well, this would be 3 squared plus negative 3 squared, otherwise known as 9 plus 9, otherwise known as the square root of 18. Square root of 18. Okay.
The blue one's 5.7.
And okay, so you used your calculator, which is fine, but look at the answer choices. It looks like they want to keep things
That is garbage.
in the radicals. So let's see. We got 1/2 times square root of 32 times the square root of 18. What can I do with these numbers? They're both separate. What can I do?
We can do the thing that you did.
Don't they have
yesterday.
like a same multiple?
What do you mean by that? Both of you.
Like 6.
Oh, like we find the
No,
They do.
wait, no. 8. 8.
factor that has a perfect square. I'm sorry, Jalen, if you were talking.
So yes, Perla, but before I do that, since they're both separate right now, what you want to do is you want to merge them. Okay. So this is the square root of 32 times 18. So instead of keeping them separate, I can basically merge them both into the radical. And then what is 32 times 18?
570.
500 what?
509.
76. 76.
76.
576.
And can you take the square root of 576?
What's 9 plus 10?
19.
21.
Plus 5.
24.
Good. So we get 1/2 times 24, which means my answer is
12 million. 12.
12.
12 million.
Okay, you cannot do that without the distance formula. So I know that sometimes it might look like you can just count it. You can't. You have to use that formula. Any questions?
I don't like this.
I know.
Why is math so hard?
It's not.
Exactly.
Okay,
Why
any
is my
other
voice so
questions?
1,000
deep?
piece puzzles are easier than this math class. And I know because I'm doing one right now.
Okay. Let's do another. We're just going to keep
1,000
doing.
piece puzzle.
Here's something my mom always told me when I was growing up. Si no te gusta, sigue haciéndolo. If you don't like it, keep doing it because the
Sorry,
more-
but I don't understand Spanish.
well,
Me
I just
neither.
translated it.
Language.
I just translated it for you, and you weren't listening to
You
me.
translated the phrase and you didn't understand it.
If you don't like
Only thing-
something,
the only thing I
do it.
understand-
Listen. If you don't like something, do it even more frequently now so that you can be done with it forever. And then that way, because what happens if you slack now, you fail, you have to retake the class, do it again, and then you end up doing even more of the thing you don't like. So if you don't like something, study the heck out of it now. That way you can move on to other things.
No more proof.
Yeah, you better pass that EOC if you never want to see proofs again.
The only languages I understand are
Wait,
English.
isn't it in what's the name? The algebra 2?
No proofs in algebra 2.
Okay.
Then listen, instructions
Okay.
again.
All right, here we go. Another one, very similar, actually. So in triangle ABC, and they even tell you, angle B is a right angle. Okay, so I can already tell you that that is a right angle. The coordinates for
Base.
each point are given, rounded to the nearest tenth. What is the area in square units of triangle ABC? I'm going to give you guys a fair amount of time. Let's start with 5 minutes. 5 minutes to get your answers. Put it in the chat for me. Do not say it out loud. I want to see how many of us can get it right without somebody else putting it in the chat. Okay?
It's
5
2.
minutes. Go ahead.
Wait, miss, you want us to solve the whole question, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
About a minute remaining. All right, time is up. Would anyone like another minute? Tell me in the chat if you would like one more minute.
I don't know about this.
Jalen,
I don't know about my answer. I got my answer, but I'm not sure if I
send it to me. I'll tell you if you got it or not.
I'm not sure.
Send it to me. Don't be shy. Now's the time to make mistakes. Better now than on the test. Okay. Anyone else need a couple seconds who wants to share their answer with me before I go over it? Okay. All right, so let's take a look. I know, okay, which one's gonna be my base? BA. Okay. So if BA is my base, which one has to be my height?
CB.
CB. Now you could have done it the other way. You could have said CB was the base and AB was the height, but either way it doesn't matter because you're just multiplying. It doesn't matter which order you put it in. But let's check our distances. So I'll do CB first. For CB, all the information's up here, so you can just look at that. For CB, we get, let's see, 5 minus 3 squared plus 9 minus 4 squared. 5 minus 3 is 2, so I got 2 squared. 9 minus 4 is 5, so I got 5 squared. That's going to be 4 plus 25. 4 plus 25 is 29. Questions on the distance for CB? Okay, for BA, same thing. It's all up here. No need to look anywhere else. For BA, I would get 10 minus 5 squared plus 7 minus 9 squared. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 9 is negative 2. That's going to be 25 plus 4, which is also 29. So we get the same answer for both, square root of 29. Questions on that? Okay. Now all we need to do is plug that into our area formula. So area equals base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 base times height. So it's 1/2 times the square root of 29 times the square root of 29. Like I did previously, what can I do to those 29s? Multiply, yeah. We can multiply them together. 29 times 29, what's that? 29 times 29. 841. Square root of 841, what's that? Oh, it's 29. Would you look at that? That's funny. And then 1/2 times 29, or 29 divided by 2, I get 14.5.
I was close though.
That's what I said, you were close, but you must have gone wrong somewhere in your distance formulas, right? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay. So we got to be very careful. Again, distance formula is no joke. Like if you mess up one little thing, it makes your whole problem wrong. So we got to be very careful with it. Any other questions on this one? Okay. One more of these, and then we'll be done with triangles. Another area formula. However, this time around, do I have a right triangle?
No, we haven't. It looks like a collateral.
It looks like it's, yeah, it
No,
does look like
y-intercept is the
equilateral.
height.
Oh.
N to the y-intercept.
The y-intercept is the height.
Hmm.
This one?
No, N to y. No, down. The bottom one.
Oh, this one?
C.
So that.
C.
Yeah, you're actually 100% correct. Yeah. So for this one, if, let's see, if dA is my base, that's my base. What you have to find is the place where you get a right angle, right? So let's just double check. This looks right.
brain.
Let's just double check. What's the slope of dA?
Wait a minute. I can't wait. The points are right there. I'm dumb.
Yeah, you can also use the coordinate points if you want. Or rise over run.
Tree.
3.
Hey,
one,
hold
two,
up. Wait a
1, 2,
minute.
3, 4, 5, 6. I think you have it upside down. It's not 3
Yeah.
over 1, it's
Something. It's 1/4. 4? I'm not sure.
no, you have it backwards. It's 1 over 3.
Okay, look.
I am dumb.
It's 1 over 3. If you use these numbers up here, then this would be 3 minus -1 over 6 minus -6. Wait, AD. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So this would be 4 over 12, which simplifies to 1 over 3. So it's 1 over 3. Any questions on how I got 1 over 3? We're just confirming that we have a right angle. That's what we're doing right now. We just want to make sure that this is right angle. That's all we're doing. Well, if dA is 1/3, what should be the red line? If dA is 1 over 3, the red line should be what? If I call this M, no, that's confusing. Z.
Midpoint.
What should be my red line slope?
Wait, from
Anybody?
N to Z.
Mm-hmm. If
Oh,
dA
hold up.
is 1/3 and we want them to be perpendicular, what would have to be the slope of NZ?
3.
Not just 3. You're close.
Is it 1/3 also?
No, that would be parallel. But perpendicular is the reciprocal, but also
Oh, wait.
3?
-3.
-3. Exactly. Now let's just double check that that's what we got.
I am
1, 2, 3, comma 1. Yeah, that is what we have. So yes, this is a right angle, so we're good to go. So again, if it's not a right triangle, you have to find the place where it creates a right angle. So we found that place. Now we can go ahead and calculate. Now, what is that place, by the way? Where is that dot? That's on, where am I?
Say that one more time.
What is that place where they meet?
Oh,
We got
Carla already
zero-
said it.
Not 0,2, 0,1. There we go.
There's housemate
Okay.
Perla.
There she is. I feel like they all went away for a second there. Now we can calculate all the distances and then be able to get the area. So again, this is for you guys to try on your own. Let me label my points so that we have them in front of us. Go ahead and measure the distance of the base, the distance of the height, and then the area.
Why can't it just be straight?
Because that would be too easy. All right. Five minutes are going up on the timer. Everybody is working on this at the moment. I want to see answers in the chat from everyone. Participation grade matters, y'all. Lots of people in this class do not participate. Marking period's coming to an end. Make sure you're getting that up too.
Yes.
Two-ish minutes remaining. You can send me answers, send me a question if you've got a question. I'm not going to give the answer away quite yet. All right, I'm getting some answers. There's only only about 30 seconds remaining. If you haven't sent in your answer, send me what you got. Even if it might be wrong, that's fine. That's okay. I just want to see how you're doing because I can't guess how everybody's doing if you don't give me an answer. Okay. All right, so AD, the distance formula, what does that give me? I get 6 minus -6 squared plus 3 minus -1 squared. That would be 12 squared plus 4 squared, which is 144 plus 16. 144 plus 16,
160.
160. So I get the square root of 160. Gonna leave that the way it is. For the other one, for NZ, we get 10 minus 1, no, well, I'll do the x's first. -3 minus 0 squared plus 10 minus 1 squared. Well, that's going to be -3 squared plus 9 squared, which is 9 plus 81. 9 plus 81 gives me 90, square root of 90. So I got the square root of 160 and the square root of 90. Okay, I can plug those in and just keep them in the same radical. 160 times 90, what does that give me? 14,400, good. So let me do this down here. So this is 1/2 times 14,400. And then take the square root, what do you get? Square root of 14,400?
1, 2, 0.
120. So 1/2 times 120, that is 60.
It's 6, 9.
60. Questions on this one? Good job to those. Everybody who sent me a response got it correct. So well done.
I wasn't done.
Well, you gotta work on your speed. 2 more, guys.
But
2
she
more
says
remaining.
not depending on the speed.
Okay, whatever. All right, perimeter. Again, I'm gonna have you guys try this one on your own. And by the way, I'm doing it at the same time as you guys. So I'm here calculating on a sheet of paper as well. So go ahead and start this one. I'll start with 5 minutes. Guys, if you need more time, just tell me. I'm happy to give more time, but I would rather take long and hear everyone's response than rush through it and then you don't get to finish. So next time, just tell me. Just say, Ms. Lopez, I need a couple more minutes. That's totally fine.
So you find the square root of it, then add it all together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for this one, because we're doing perimeter. And also something that I would do if this was on a test, you obviously can't write on the screen. So I would just write down on my sheet of paper the coordinate points just to have them down. So
ASMR typing. Jesus, I know it takes that long to type something.
I'm writing a manifesto.
Don't know.
All right, who needs more time?
Me.
Okay, 2 more minutes on the clock. Okay, time is about to be up. And that is time. All right, so let's take a look. Now, for this one, there was a trick to it to make it go a little bit faster, which is that if I get AD, what else do I know?
BC.
Yeah, AD and BC are congruent, and then AB and DC are also congruent. So we really only need to find 2 of them. You get 2, you get all 4, which is pretty nice. Now, here's something very important. We have decimals, right? They want us to round to the nearest 100. When you're working with decimals, and this goes for science, a lot for science too, and you have to calculate like mass or things like that. What you always want to do is have as many decimals as possible until the very end. So I'll explain what that means when I do my first one. So first let's do AD. AD is going to be -3 minus -2 squared plus -3 minus 2 squared. Okay, so that gives me -3 minus -2 is -1 squared. -3 minus 2 is -5 squared. Okay, well that's going to be 1 plus 25, which is 26. So I have the square root of 26. If that's the square root of 26, then so is this one. Okay, now I can take the square root right now, but I'm going to leave it for in just a moment so I can show you guys what I mean. Okay, then I do the other one, B or DC. DC is going to be 3 minus negative 3 squared plus 0 minus negative 3 squared. That's 6 squared plus 3 squared. 36 plus 9. 36 plus 9. 45. Square root of 45. Questions on that?
I don't even sleep.
Okay. Square root of 45. Now remember, how did I get BC? I got BC because BC is the same as AD. So if one of them is the square root of 45, the other one is also the square root of 45. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, I'm getting a request to work out BC, and we do have time, so I will do it. So BC, really quick, if you worked on this and just want to double check it, BC would have been negative 3 minus 4 squared and negative 3 minus 5 squared, which would be negative 7 squared and negative 8 squared. Negative 3 minus 5, yeah, right? Or am I looking? Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong numbers. My bad. I was looking at BD. I was like, that doesn't make sense. That would be really long. Okay, sorry. Again, BC. That would be, okay, that would be 4 minus 3 squared and 5 minus 0 squared. So that would just be 1 squared plus 5 squared, which would be 1 plus 25, which would be 26. So that's how we get the same answer for both of those. Okay, well, now that I've got all my side lengths, perimeter, I got to add all of them up, right? Got to add all of them up. So here's what I mean by getting the best final answer. When you take the square root of 26, what comes up in your calculator? Does it stop at the 9? No, right? So let's get like as many decimals as possible. Let's get 5 decimal places. What do you actually get?
Miss, you know what I did the first time? I like just left the numbers.
0.990.
But I can't. Jalen, I'm trying to hear Perla. My
I was
goodness.
saying that like the first time I did it, I just left like the whole like all the decimals it showed me, I just left them there and then I just added everything else.
Good, and that's exactly what I meant. So, okay, so I think that we maybe I read your answer wrong, but what Perla's saying is when you get that in your calculator, right? I have that really long number. I'm going to keep it there because I need to multiply this by 2, right? To get my perimeter and multiply it by 2. So I might as well keep it there while it's there and do times 2. What do you get? Get as many
whole
decimals as
thing?
possible. Get like 5 decimals.
10.1. Oh, you go.
Good. Okay. A lot of decimals, right? We're going to do the same thing with the square root of 45. So first, take the square root of 45. You should get this really, really long number. Keep it there. Don't touch anything. And multiply it by 2. What do we get? What do I get?
13.41640.
Good. I'm gonna even bring it up one more, 0.8, rounding up. Okay, well now we gotta add those two numbers, right? I'm gonna leave this here, 13.416408. I'm gonna leave it on my calculator, I'm not touching it. I'm just gonna add 10.198039. What do you got?
Whole thing.
Well, now we could, yeah, just give me like 4 or 5 decimal places.
23.61. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
23.61444.
Good. 23.61444. Now we round to the nearest hundredth. Which of those numbers is my hundredths place?
The second one.
The one.
The 1, yeah. So it's 23.61.
I'm the one.
Oh, I was right, just off by 1.
Right. Yeah, you were pretty close. I think I got a couple of answers that had it rounded a little bit. Maybe you got 0.62 or 0.63 or something else. That's why you always want to keep your decimals as long as possible to begin with, because if I rounded it at this point, if I did 10.1 or 10.2, I mean, and then tried adding 10.2 plus 13.4, you get 23.6, but then you don't know what this hundredths place is going to be. You see what I mean? So keeping the long decimal helps you, you'll be able to know what that hundredths place would be. Because if you just put 23.6 and left it like that, that would be wrong. It has to be 23.61. All right, any questions on this one?
The opposite of yes.
Okay, we have 4 minutes left. Oh, this one's good. This one's good.
Wait, miss, you said we only had 2 more left.
Yeah, it was that one and this one.
Oh, man.
But this one's quick because we're looking for the perimeter of a regular octagon. Here's that word regular. What does that mean?
8 sides.
8 sides and
Regular.
what about those sides is special? Good. Equal, congruent. So if you know one, you know all. And if we need the perimeter, we just take the distance of those and multiply it by 8. It's pretty easy. So let's just quickly do one together to finish it out. We're going to take the distance of these numbers. What do I put in?
3 minus -1 squared plus -1 minus 2 squared.
Good.
Which is going to give
What
you
Perla said.
plus -3 squared, which is going to give you 16 plus 9.
Good. She's speedy.
I forgot how to add.
What's 16 plus 9?
25, which is equal to 5. The square root of 25 is equal to 5.
Good. That was fast. That's quick math, y'all. That is quick math. Well, the perimeter, since it's an octagon, we're going to do 5 times 8.
40.
Is
40.
40.
Quick maths for you.
Speedy. Okay, so that wasn't too bad.
Box like a fish.
I just want to go over really quickly what will be on the test and what you should be memorizing over the weekend. Do not leave. We still have 2 minutes. Take a screenshot, take a picture if you prefer. All right, this is what's going to be on the test. You should be memorizing the properties of all your parallelograms. What makes it a square, what makes it a rectangle or a rhombus. 4 types of triangles, what they each look like. The slope formula. recognizing parallel versus perpendicular slopes, the distance formula, and the area formula for triangles and rectangles. That is everything that you should have memorized by Tuesday. I don't want to hear it. You better be memorizing over the weekend. And like I said yesterday, there will be an assignment over the weekend on Teams. I'll put it up right now. It'll be due at midnight on Sunday. Okay, so you have all weekend to, or oh, you know what? Not Sunday, Monday. I forgot you guys have a 3-day weekend. So that's even better. It's going to be due Monday at midnight. And that's going to serve, it's not just a homework assignment, but it's a study guide. So use it as a study guide. Watch my videos, review all you have to review to prepare for your test on Tuesday. Now we are done, unless you have any questions, anyone?
Can you ask Jalen to stop bullying me? Because if not, he's gonna bully me in 7th period.
Okay, bully, please stop bullying.
Thank you.
How to
Okay.
stop a bully. Just tell the bully to stop.
How am I a bully?
Or
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Daniel's
okay.
profile picture though.
okay,
Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
bye guys.
You know what
Bye.
Perla stands for? She stands for false accusation.